Ajita. You have never been defeated by anybody. You are the supreme entity. So, Maya cannot defeat you. So please, and how is he? Dosha gribita gunam. Outside we are all tempted. Why we are tempted? Because we think that Maya is giving all nice things to you. Gulab jamun and rasgulla and jalebi and very beautiful songs to hear and very nice things to see. So all these things are given. But underneath she wants to tempt you and she wants to entangle you. So she is full of all these defects. She wants to enslave you. That's what she is doing. And you think that all are gunas, how nice this Maya is. It is giving me a lot of good things. So you are mistaking her doshas or guna. Her defects, you think they are her nice qualities. Not at all. And Lord, there is another reason. All the words, the entire Shakti, the entire energy, it's all rests with you. They are all yours. So anywhere you can use them, you can kill anybody, you can rejuvenate anybody. The entire power is there with you. All movable, immovable, and all the things, they are all under your control. So as such, sometimes you go along with Maya. You want to enslave some people and involve them in the world. So you go along with Maya. Sometimes you leave Maya and you are pure. You come as an incarnation, you show people how to live a pure life. Your pure life, absolutely not a single defect. He is giving us the example. So Lord, so we are praising you in both ways. When you are with Maya, then you take some incarnations or something and then you place your Maya with people. Nanda was always thinking that you are his son. Vasudeva was always thinking that you are his son. It is all due to your Maya. And sometimes, as the pure Lord, who is formless, to the great Mahashis, you reveal yourself in that way also. So, we talk of you in both ways. When it suits us, as having a form. When it does not suit us, as the pure Lord, as the pure, final, true entity, the final truth. So both we are doing. Then, how to get out of this Maya? And he says, Durabhagamatma tattva nigama yatavattadanohom charitamaha vridabdi parivarta parishramanam na parilashanti kechid apavadgama ishwarate charana saroja hamsakula sangha visishta guha. It is very difficult to know the Atma Tattva as you are, the final truth, without any body, without any gunas, any qualities, without any attributes. You are the formless, attributeless. That's your ultimate. It is very difficult to understand it and go by that path. So that is why from time to time you take incarnations as Lord Rama, as Lord Krishna. Tuttavattadanohom charitamahamritabdi parivarta parishramana. When people hear the great ocean of nectar, what is the great ocean of nectar? The stories of Bhagavan's incarnations and what sort of sports he did. You go on hearing it It is Amrita, it is an Amrita ocean, an ocean of nectar or ambrosia. And why is it an ocean? Because it goes on, goes on, goes on. There is no end to that your description of you. Like that. And who tells all these things? Who tells you all these things? Charana Saroja Hamsakula Sangha Vasishta Guha. Hamsakula means the Paramahamsas, the great Mahatmas, the great saints. And when we go to their feet and they talk about you, they talk about your stories, how you incarnated as Vamana, how you incarnated yourself as Parashurama, how you incarnated yourself as Ram, like that. It is you who do it. So, on hearing that, many of the people, they don't want moksha. They say, let us continue to hear it and we are happy only with this. We don't want moksha. We want to be by the side of Lord Krishna. Then he says, so Lord, we talk of you in both ways. Both are there. Vijita Rishika Vajiviradanta Manasturagam Yayatantiyantu Matilolamupaya Khidam Vyasana Shatanvita Samavahaya Guru Charanam Vadija Ivaja Sanjagrita Karnadara Jaladau. How to reach the Lord? Only through the feet of a Guru. You have to take a life Guru, you have to go and surrender yourself to him, and then only you will be able to go on the path to the Lord. Vijita Krishayeka, Krishika means our Indriyas. Vijita Krishika Vayuvihi Adanta Manasturagam. There are people, the mind is just like a horse, a wild horse. You cannot control it, but you have succeeded in controlling them. And also your Indriyas. Your Indriyas, your senses, as also your mind, people have been able to control. But in that process, Upaya Khidam, in finding out the method of how to control them, they get a lot of khid. That is, they get a lot of sorrows. It is not an easy joke. Vyasana Shatan Vidala, they find hundreds of problems come up and they are very unhappy in this process of finding as to how to control them. Then they leave off this method. Samavahaya Guru Charanam. They go and catch hold of the feet of a Guru. Vadija Iva Jasan Jagrita Karnadhara Jaladau. If they don't do, they are like great businessmen who are taking a lot of items to be sold in a big ship. The ship is very good, it is very big, it contains all the sales goods, but there is nobody to pilot it. Guru is just like the pilot. So what is the use of having a very big, nice boat when there is no helmsman, there is nobody to steer the wheel, there is no pilot. You will be like that. So catch hold of the Guru's charana. Like that. They sang before the Lord. And then the Raja Parikshit asked one question from Shuka. Devasura manusheshu ye bhajan ashivam shivam prayaste dhanino bhujaha natu lakshmya patim harim. Among the devas, the gods, various gods, among the demons, among the manushas, whoever worships this Shiva, who is always dancing in a cremation ground, always amangal. He never does anything mangal. That sort of Shiva they worship and they become very wealthy. The one who worships Lord Vishnu, they all become poorer. They never become wealthy. They lose also whatever they have got. Why all these things? Then he says, yes. The point is, yasyaham anugrinhami harishye tadhanam shanim tataha tato adharam tyajantasya sajara dukha dukkidam. The one on whom I want to give my grace, I go on taking away his money slowly. So a crorepati becomes a lakpati, and a lakpati becomes a 100pati, 100pati becomes only a 10 rupee notes pati. So this is what happens. And then what happens? Then he has got no money. So all these people, including his wife, his son, etc., they will leave him and go away, and he will become dukhi, he will become sorrowful, and in future he will not go near his wife, he will not go near his sons. All these fellows are all selfish fellows. They want only my money. Nobody cares for me. So automatically he will get vairagya. So that is why I do it. And then after leaving the mall, he goes and makes friendship with other paupers who are devotees of the Lord and who take his name and who go on singing about him. And when he becomes friendly with them, then my grace begins to work on him. There's that time when I said, my grace begins to work, anugrah. As far as the people who worship Lord Shiva, he is very easily pleased. Within half an hour you can please him even. He is very easily pleased. You only say, Shiva, 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 I like you very much. Then he will come and say, what do you want? So he is called Ashidosha. Very quickly he is pleased. That is there. But such people, they get all the money and they become proud. I got a lot of money, and then they go down. On the contrary, the people who worship Hari, I make them a pauper, but I take them to the ultimate end, to the ultimate goal. This is what happens. And often enough, as Shiva is very quickly pleased, he himself gets into problems. For example, the story of Vrikasura. Vrikasura was a demon, and Narada tells him, you see, you worship Lord Shiva, he will give you any number of boons. So he worshipped Lord Shiva. No, he didn't come. Immediately he built a big fire and he cut off his head and put it there. Then immediately the Lord Shiva appeared and again gave him life. Vrikasura was made whole, and then he said, I am very happy with your devotion. Come on, tell me what you want. He said, on whosoever's head I place my hand, he should be reduced to ashes. He should burn and be reduced to ashes immediately. Done. Now, when Lord Shiva came, Parvati was also with him. Now this fellow was thinking, if this Shiva is eliminated, I can take Parvati and live with her. So he said, Shiva, I want to test whether what you have given is correct. So she came running to place his hand on Shiva's head. Shiva began to run away. Because it's already given, he can't do anything. He began to run, and inside he was thinking of Lord Hari, please save me from this crisis. Then Vishnu appeared in a different way. He says, oh Prakasura, you look very tired after having run a long distance. Where did you run? Why? Then he said, this is what happened. He says, fool, do you believe he will give such a vara, such a boon? Not at all. If you don't believe me, you put your hand in your head and see whether it is reduced to ashes. He said, that's a good idea. So, Vrikasura put his hand on his head and he was reduced to ashes. So, thus he was rid. Shiva was rid of this nuisance. So, this is what happens. And then, now there is another anecdote, almost the last anecdote. Yes, this is the last anecdote. There is a big fire sacrifice for 100 years called Satra, which the Mahārishis, the saints, were doing. At that time, a question arose. There are three top gods. The three gods at the top echelon. Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva. Who is the best among them? Who is the best among them? Now they chose Bhrigu, one of the biggest saints, and they said, you please go and test them and come and tell us who is the biggest among them, who is the greatest among them. He first went to Lord Shiva. Shiva was very happy to see Bhrigu. He was one of the famous Mahārishis. So he got up from his seat and came to embrace him. Bhrigu said, please, please, you are full of amangal. You have got nothing good, nothing beneficial, nothing auspicious. You are inauspicious. Don't touch me. Shiva got angry. He immediately took his trishul, his trident. He wanted to kill him. Bhrigu ran away from there. Then he went to Brahmaji. The same thing was repeated again. He also got angry. He ran away from there. At last he went to Vaikuntha, the Lord's place. And when he went, Lord was just lying down and Lakshmiji was massaging his feet. He straight went and with his right foot, he just kicked at the Lord's chest. In the moment he saw, he immediately got up and then he began to massage that foot. My chest is very, very hard and your feet are very, very soft. I am sorry I put you to inconvenience. I didn't see you coming, so please excuse me. And he began to give all the respect to him. And Bhrigu there and then declared, he is the best among the three gods. And he went and told everybody. Then there is the entire Yadu's clan, Yadav, they multiplied and multiplied. He himself had 10 sons from each lady. He had 60,000 each. So 10,000 means 6 lakhs. Ho gaya na? So 6 lakhs even for Krishna. And then there are so many people and each one was getting 10, 15, 20, 100, like that. You can have an idea of the total Yadus there. I mean the boys alone. He says they were having 3 lakhs, 3 crore 80 lakh teachers were there. So if 3 crore 80 lakh teachers were there, even if you put 5 teachers per person, so how many boys would have been there? 3 crore, these people were there. So the boys were there, apart from that, all the people and all that were there, the ladies were there. So there's a very big clan. And Tisra Koti Sahasranam Ashtashiti Shatani Chayam Asani Yadukula Charya Yadukula's gurus were so many. Now, the 10th skanda is over with this, and we are starting the 11th skanda. As I told, the 10th skanda is called Nirodha skanda. Your entire mind is concentrated. When the entire mind is concentrated, automatically your breath stops. So, Nirodha means stopping. Yogas Chittavriti Nirodha. When you stop the breath, then all thoughts stop. Chittavriti. All the thoughts stop. So when all the thoughts stop and go away, nothing remains. He says, then the process of yoga. Yoga means you do to join. The process of joining, the ultimate supreme being, it starts. Then it starts. That's what the yoga says. Now, very near to Dwarka, there were nice gardens, nice jungles. So many great saints, they came to spend some time there. They were there, all great saints. The Yadu boys there, headed by Samba, the grandson of Krishna and the son of Pradyumna, they dressed him like a female who is pregnant. They put certain things, some clothes, and then they put it to look as if it is a pregnant lady. And those boys brought her to the Maharshis. They said, Maharshis, we bow to you, we are all the Yadus here. This lady is pregnant and she is full of lajja, she is full of modesty. She doesn't want to ask you whether it is going to be a son or a girl, a boy or a girl. In those days, the present conveniences were not there. You go there and they see the fluid and they tell you, those were not there. So they go to the Maharshis. The Maharshis knew that it was a false case. There was no pregnant woman, he was a man. They give a shapa, they give a curse indirectly. They said, yes, out of his womb, out of his stomach, neither a boy will come nor a girl will come. There will be a pestle, a big musal, जिसे कूटते हैं, with a pound in the mortar. That only will be there. And that will be the cause of death of the entire clan. All the Yadus will die. Then these fellows got afraid. They went some distance, they opened it, they found there was a big prison was there inside. Then they took it to the king of Yadus at that time. Some king was there, Ahuka. So they took it and told what all did I, we made a mistake. We thought they were ordinary people, but they are given this shapa. Doesn't matter. Hey, this iron vessel, you reduce it to powder. They reduced to powder, there was only one big piece left and rest was all powder. He said, now take it and throw it in the ocean. Go on. How they will make us die. It so happened all those powdered portion, they all went and they were deposited on the banks of the river, or on the shores of the ocean. And later on, they became big grass, like darbha. You see, there is one darbha grass, which can create a wound if you do like this. This thing can get wounded. It's so sharp in various ways. Like that, there is another type of grass, it is called yaraka. It is almost like darbha, but more intense and sharper still. And they were all there. And this big piece, this was eaten away by a big fish. And at last, one fisherman finds it and sells it to a hunter. And the hunter, when he opens, he finds this thing with a sharp. He said, yes, I will use it for my arrow, because it will definitely wound a person to death. So he attached it to his arrow in some way. With that only, that hunter only is going to kill Krishna. He is also Yadav. He says everybody will go, including him. Only some 10 or 12 chaps are left finally, when the entire Hindu clan is completely gone. This is to show God has no question of saying my community, my men, my father. No, He is equal to all, because He felt when all the other people have been defeated and gone, now this Edu clan became very proud. They said, now there is nobody on earth who can defeat us, who can fight with us and defeat us. We are these suzerain emperors of this entire India. Wherever people have got some pride, God took it. He slaps it down. So naturally, he completely eliminates that clan itself. Because even if 2 or 3 go away, the other fellows will be proud. So he said the entire clan has to be completely. And this is what happens. And now, in the meantime, again, we have heard of Jadabharata, who came and then who finally, in the 5th skanda, he gives the spiritual instructions to the king Rahugana. Now he had 100 sons. Out of them, 8 sons became Yogeshwaras. They had done a lot of yoga and they have become great saints, and they had all mystic powers. They can go anywhere, abhyahatagadri. Nobody can upset them. Wherever they want, they can go. They can go to Vaikuntha, they can go to Kailas, they can go to Brahmalok, they can go to Mahalok, they can go to Jalalok. So they can go anywhere they like by themselves. Now, Vasudeva is asking Narada. Narada came. Naradji, still my mind is not at peace. You tell me, what are the Bhagavata dharmas? What are all the laws for the devotees which they have to observe in order to reach the Lord? They are called the Bhagavata dharmas. The dharmas by following which we can reach our goal, that is the ultimate reality, and we can become one with them. And Vasudeva says, well, I need not tell something new. The same question was asked at one time by King Nimi to to the 9 Yogeshwaras who came there. So I shall only repeat their conversation and that will clear your doubts. Avyahadreshtakatiya surasiddha sadhyam gandharmayakshara kinnara nagalokani muktaschanandi muni charana bhutanatha. Now, these 9 Yogeshwaras, nobody can stop them and they can go to the Swarga, they can go to the Loka of Siddhas, they can go to the Loka of Yakshas, Kuberas, they can go to the Gandharvas, Kinnaras, Nagas, all, anywhere, wherever they are, they can go to all the worlds. So, by chance, they came to a king, Nimi, who was at that time doing a big satra. As we said, satra is done for the benefit of the entire world. Any number of people can go and be Yajmana and then put their own thing. All other yagas and yajnas are meant for the benefit of one person. He can only be the Yajmana. So all the people cannot be. And these satras, they go for a minimum of 100 years to 1000 years. Then, Raja was, the Nimi, he is very happy when he sees the 9 Yogeshwaras who have come over there. And then he says, Ha, Vishnor Bhutani Lokanam Bhavanani Charanti. You are all the messengers from the Lord Himself and you are going everywhere in order to spread His message for the benefit of the entire world. Then he says, Vidya asked, Sir, Samsari Svinshanadhopi Satsangasya Vadindranam. You have come, even if you spend half a second in your satsanga, it will bring all the benefits to us. So, this is the occasion which I am trying to exploit. So I want to ask you a question. Dharman Bhagavatam Brute Yedena Shruti Ekshamam. If you think we are fit to hear, please tell us the Bhagavata Dharmas. The Dharmas which a devotee has to observe, the various laws, which he has to observe, the moral laws, which he has to observe, the moral laws and the spiritual laws which he has to observe in order to reach the Lord. Then, for this question, Kavi is one of the 9 Yogeshwaras. He answers, Manye kutaschit bharyamachyutasya padam pujo vasanamatra nityam uddhigna buddhe asadatma bhavati vishwatmana yatta nivardate bihi. The only way in which you can be rid of all fears. We are all living in a complex world full of fear complex. My son has gone to the school. He has not come by 5 o'clock. When I phone up, they say, oh, today we have given them chutti. So at 11 o'clock, everybody has gone, nobody is here. You are afraid what happened to your child? Your child is only 4 years old. She doesn't know the place. So what will happen? Fear complex. And then you are working as a computer engineer, and then there is recession. You know, in so many other companies, they have already discharged 10 people, 12 people due to recession. Now you are afraid you will lose your job also. Again, fear complex. My father has been admitted in the ICU. The doctor says, for 24 hours he cannot tell anything. He has to see and observe, then only he can tell something. Again you are afraid for your fathers. So our entire life is full of fear, fear, fear. And how can you get rid of the fear? Padambuja upasanamatra nityam. The only way to get rid of the fear is catch hold of the Lord's feet. That's all. The Lord's lotus feet. You worship it. You catch hold of it. Well, all the fears will go away. Then, number 2. Kayena vacha manasendriya buddhyatmana va vikite svabhat. Whatever you do, don't say I did. I wrote it. I gave that medicine and he came out. Always you say everything was done by the Lord. I did nothing. No kartava. All is God's. Everything was given by Him. So, whatever you did by your body, whatever you talked, it's all God has taught. Whatever you did with your body, you didn't do. It is the Lord. By the mind, whatever you thought of, it is all thought of by the Lord. By your senses, whatever you did, all was done by Him. I did nothing else. Thus, whatever you do the arpana to Lord Narayana. The one easy way is, say, a housewife, she likes to take at least 15 times a day her tea. Keep a Lord's small photo just by the side of the oven. You prepare the tea for yourself because husband has gone to the office. You show it to him. Lord, I am giving it to you. You please taste it. I will take it as your prasad. And then you take it. So what was ordinary tea, it is turned into a prasad. So that is the will help you. So it's an easy way. And when there is a father and mother and old people in the house, what do you do in the evening? You want to go for, say, purchasing the vegetables. You will call your mother, Amma, I am going to the market and I will be back. Okay? Right. Or in your office you got a letter that your brother-in-law's marriage has been settled. As soon as you come, you will tell your wife. On the contrary, you go into the puja room and tell the Lord, Lord, today I got the letter from brother-in-law. His marriage has been settled. Poor fellow is already 34. They thought he won't be married. It's all their grace. Well, he's now getting married, Lord. So I just wanted to share my happiness with you. That's all. And when you go out every time, you tell the Lord and go, Lord, I am just going to the market. So you treat him in an intimate way. And these are all the easy methods which you can have, where you need not sit down and do, have your breath and make your japa coincide with your breath and all that. Nothing. It's very so easy. So you make him your own. And everything you say, it's all yours, it's all yours. Narayana yati samarpyami. You dedicate everything to him. It's all yours. Then avidyamanopya bhati dvayoho dadurdhya swapramanoratham yatha. See? Are there so many people here? Because all your fear comes because there is another person. So long as another person you are afraid, this fellow may tell against me to my boss, and he has told previously also, I should be careful about him, so you are afraid of him. So long as there is a fan, I am afraid, oh, it came in the papers, when the fellow was sleeping, it just fell down on his body and he died. So, wherever there is a second thing, you are afraid it will do something. The light is there, you are afraid, someday there may be a leakage, you may touch it and it will give you a shock. Wherever there are two things you feel, then how those two things are seen? Are they real? Not at all. You are alone in your room and you are sleeping and you are having a dream. In that dream you see 20, 30 people. Your father is no longer there here, he is no longer in this world, you see him, he comes and talks to you. And there are so many people, known and unknown. Where from where they come? They talk like you, they joke like you, they walk like you. Then that means they are alive like you. Then where from where they come? Well, you became all. During that dream, you became all the 30 people, because from nowhere they can come. They are all your thought waves who have materialized into some persons. That's all. They are all your thoughts. The entire cinema, that drama is taking place, say in Bombay. So that Bombay you are seeing now, it's only a thought. There is no real Bombay there. It's only a thought. So everything is a thought, just like in Sapna, and that is why you think that there are two. When you get up, you will find you are alone and there is nobody else. Because we are ignorant and we are still sleeping, we are still having the drama, dream drama, and we are seeing so many people. So what we should do? Get out of the dream. How to get out of the dream drama? It's all being completely, ultimately it's all being done by the Lord. So you pray to Him, then He will say, this man is not interested in playing. Chalo, this thought I will take him out. He will absorb in himself. At all times, he is in continuous touch with you. After all, a thought cannot remain separate from the thinker. The thinker and thoughts are always linked. So, when this thought begins to pray, well, it's always linked. It always goes to the Lord. And He will help you. Then, how one should get rid of this sapna? Shinvan sabhadrani rathangapane janmani karmani jayani loke gitani namani tadarthakani gayan vilajyo vichareda sangha. The ways, the Lord's various, what all He has done, how He has taken incarnations as Ram and Krishna, as Rama what all He had done, as Krishna what all He had done. Well, you go on hearing them. And you go on hearing the names of the Lord. There are 1,000 names. There are 108 names. Ashtotra Sata. There is Sahasranama. So you go on telling them. And you sing out the Lord. Gajan Vilajyo Vicharayatu Sangha. So absolutely without any lajja, without any shame, shamelessly, you go on singing about the Lord. And don't have any attachment towards anybody. Go on going from place to place, never have an attachment. That's all. That is very essential. Never have an attachment. And like that, when you do, you have to see that everything is Lord's own body. Sari samudram, sari shariram, yatkincha bhutam, pranamedunanyam. All these rivers, all these oceans, everything is the body of the Lord. And whatever being is there, you internally think it is not separate from the Lord. It is the Lord Himself who has taken this form. So, mentally, you bow to that, to everybody. Whether it's a donkey, whether it's a horse, mentally you do it. Don't do it in practice. Because Nadvaitam, na kriyadvaitam kuryat. Never do it in action. So, all mentally. And if you do it, then what will you get? Look here, when you eat food, it gives three things. Turtihi purtihi trudapayonukasam. Every handful you take, you get all these things. Truti, satisfaction. Sambhav sadhana, very good. Now rasana, oh, very good, still more. The last, the final mudra, that is Dahimat. So you get the satisfaction. And then you get nourishment. Something contains vitamins, something contains B complex. So all these things are there. Purti, then Kshudabhaya. You are feeling hungry, that hunger is leaving you. The hunger is eliminated. So you get three things. In the same way, by thinking of the Lord, what all you get? Bhakti, you get devotion. Your devotion becomes stronger. Pareshanubhava. You go on, in due course you feel the presence of the Lord Himself by your side. So you get the experience of that ultimate reality. Then Virakti. You get absolute dispassion with the rest of the things. All these three things you get. Then, by doing all these things, so in the same way, by doing, worshipping the Lord, what do you get? Bhakti, Virakti, Bhagavat Prabodha. Your devotion becomes stronger and your dispassion with all the world becomes stronger, and you awake that divinity which is in you, Bhagavat Prabodha. That divinity which is lying dormant in you, it gets manifested outside. Tadaparam Shanti Upaitu Sakshat. When all these things come, then you get the ultimate peace of mind, which is called the bliss also. Now the Raja is asking another question. Atha Bhagavatam Brahmatan Yad Dharmo Yadrisho Drunam Yatha Charadhyad Brute Yair Lingair Bhagavat Priyam. People are doing the Bhagavata Dharma. All do not do it the same way. So, which is the way which God likes best? Which is the way that God likes middling? Or which is the one which He least likes? Please tell us. She says, then Hari, another one, he takes up now. She says, Sarva Bhuteshu Yapashyeti Bhagavad Bhavamatmanam Bhutani Bhagavatya Atman Yesha Bhagavatottamaha. This is all the third Adhyaya in Ekadarshi Skandha. It contains complete jnana. You see, the best of devotees is he who sees in all beings the God. Not only in the temple, not only in the statue, she sees the Lord everywhere. And she is the Bhagavata Uttama. She is the best of the devotees. Then, Archayam Yavahariyen Pujam Yashadhyayagade Natat Bhaktetu Janyeshu Sabhakta Pragata Smritaha. The one who thinks that my God is only in this photo, my God is only in this statue, and thus she does the puja to that God, but he has got no respect for his devotees or for anybody, and he is the lowest of bhaktas. Everybody is a bhakta. When we are born, we are always bhaktas only because we have to reach that one day or another, whether you are aware or not. And that is the final goal. So you are the bhakta of the goal. So that is all right. And Gritva Bindri Rathan Yodhadvetanarishyati. We are all in this world. Somebody brings and gives you something. So I have to eat. I eat it. So I am so many items I am grasping through my senses every day. Then, by doing it, I don't say chichi. I hate it. So the one who does not hate anything, na hrishyati. Ha, jalebi, very good, I like it the best. So, yona dveshti na hrishyati. Neither he hates anything, nor does he specially gets happy about anything, he just takes them. And he is the Bhagavatottama. Vishnur Maya Midam Pasyan. The entire thing is Lord's Maya, all the attractions, all the temptations, let me not become a victim of it. Let me take them absolutely without any reaction. No reaction. Simply like a witness, you remind, something goes, something comes out. You don't know whatever it is. Then he says, Nakama karma bijanam yasachena sambhava vasudevai ganaleha savai bhagavatottama. Absolutely no desire ever sprouts in his heart. Nakama. Karma bijanam. And what is the desire? It is the bija for action. First you desire, then you put it into action. So the karma bija, from which the one from this which bija, this desire, the action sprouts. There is only desire. First desire, then the action. Yasachena sambhava, absolutely neither action nor desire, nothing comes from his heart. Vasudevai ganaleha savai bhagavatottama. The Lord alone is his refuge. The Lord alone is his shelter. He never thinks of anything else. And such a one, he is the best Bhagavatottama. And now he says, who is the top, number one among all the devotees? Tribhavana vibhavahetevi aguntasmriti. Even when he gets to be the king of all the three worlds, Bhur, Bhuvasva, all the three worlds, he has been made in charge. Even after getting such a prosperity, absolutely his remembrance of God never leaves him. Akunta smriti. The smriti or the remembrance, it remains unaffected. And Achitatma Surandhivirgyati Nacharati Bhagavad Padaravindat. The one whose mind never moves half an inch away from the Lord's feet. The Lord's feet, which even the Asuras are searching for, without doing much, they want to get it. Even they are all searching for it. And his mind should not go away from the lotus feet of the Lord. Lava nimishardhamapi, not even for a drop of half a minute. See, a drop of half a minute even, his mind will not go away from the Lord. And he is number one among my devotees. Vaishnavabhya, he is put in the first line and he is there. So like that, he tells now. Other questions he is going to ask. That we'll see tomorrow. These are all the jnana. See, all these are jnana only. The entire Ekadashi Skanda starts with jnana, and then in between there are stories which will also teach you the same thing. But all the jnana he gives is related to bhakti, not that pure jnana, not that ultimate thing. Ultimate thing cannot be described, cannot be put in words, so you can only approach it through devotion. So this is the bhakti mishrit jnana. Yeah, jnana which is mixed along with devotion. That one only is wet and it can easily easily take you to the Lord. So the entire jnana is based on bhakti, from beginning to end. Om Swasti Prajabhya Paripalantam Yajena Magyena Mahimahimsha Go Brahmanebhya Shubhavsanityam Loka Samasta Signo Bhavantu Kale Varshata Pajanyam Prithivi Sashasharani Deshoyam Chobarita Brahmana Sandrirbhaya Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina Sarve Santu Niramaya Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Mahakashidukavag Bhavid Kayena Macham Shendriva Dhyatana Bhakti Svava Karomi Yajya Sakalam Parasmi Narayana